Hi VC, how you doing? It's been a couple weeks, and it's actually only been just a few minutes since I last posted. So technically, uh, again, thank you to Nathan for the VCLT. That was really great, and it was fun making that video. There's gonna be a lot of Dexter in this one because he's been wandering around. Well, now he's not gonna show up. So just get on with it. I'm gonna try to make this fast, and I've also got YouTube or not YouTube, but Facebook up and catching up with all the stuff that's going on with the VC always. So been doing a little bit too much of that, not enough of this. So I actually have a gap of things that sort of come in between my last post and what I'm about to show you that I picked up today. I haven't even scraped the price tags off of here, so you're going to see how much I paid for everything. But anyway, I just wanted to get a real quick uh, a real quick post in here. Try to speak before I head off to go to dinner and do some other stuff. Yeah, I got another bag of stuff down here and the other things I got in the mail. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get to this. Is there stuff there? Yeah, I'll do another post. So I went to Sonic Boom in Ballard today, in the Ballard neighborhood. And I don't have a whole lot of monkeys on vinyl, but we decided to go ahead and pick up a couple of things that they had was on the original Cold Gems label, which were in great shape. Birds of Bees and the Monkeys. It's when they were still a four-piece band. Is it after this one that they became a... Oh, maybe after this one they did Head, the soundtrack, and then they became a three-piece. Mike left. I'm not sure. But this was their third album. Pick this guy up. Headquarters, which is them sort of saying we want to make our own music, write our own music, play our own instruments, and I think everybody said, yeah, go ahead, fail, go right ahead, and they didn't. This is a really great album. This is well, not great, but it's really, really good. Some people would call it great. I think it's really good. It's better than I think a lot of people expected. It really holds up, pretty consistent, and it's got some great songs on here. So if you can find, I was lucky enough to find one at a decent price in just great shape. Let me just pull out the Cold Gems. Not sure if this is the original inner sleeve or not. It looks old, but I'm surprised they didn't have some kind of advertisement. But there's the Cold Gems label. And it is, pretty sure it's stereo. Yeah, it's stereo. Probably came out in mono as well, but anyway. I do have the reissue of the Head soundtrack that came out from, I want to say Rhino. Rhino released it, and I got in early, and they had an early issue of it that was on clear vinyl, so I've got that guy floating around here somewhere. So those two guys, I'll just start stacking things up here. This is something I picked up, this was like $4, and I didn't want to, it's one of those things just for $4 you don't want to pass it up, even though I got a copy of it. This is the soundtrack that came with Magic Christian music. Well, Magic Christian soundtrack, original soundtrack from the Magic Christian movie. But it's different from Badfinger's album called Magic Christian Music. But they sort of overlap. They kind of go together. What's nice about this one is, I don't know if mine is, my other one I'll have to dig it out, but this one is a nice promo. Fortunately, the spine is a little worn away, a lot worn away. Yeah. About a quarter of it worn away, but it's on a nice white label promo on Commonwealth United Records. So it's the label you don't see too much of, but it is a nice white label promo in great shape. I mean, this looks like it's hardly ever played. And it's got Come and Get It, song that Paul wrote, played by Badfinger. And then other songs, Rock of Ages, Badfinger basically. And then some other songs here and there. It's for a Beatles collector, it's kind of a a piece to have to complete. You know, it's a collector's piece, but it's also got some good music. It's good. It's good value if you're also collecting soundtracks, and it's kind of an obscure type. You don't see it around too much. I'm surprised that it doesn't go for more money, but for $4, I wanted another copy. Also at Sonic Boom, somebody sold a lot of Japanese vinyl, and unfortunately, they let go of the obi on these things. But Sonic Boom has been selling a lot of them. Like I've got almost all of the Alan Parsons Project catalog, Japanese pressings without the obi, for $5 each. And there was another one, Moody Blues: In Search of the Lost Chord, again Japanese pressing, $5, perfect condition. Let's go ahead and show this real quick. Insert came with it. And now, unfortunately, it's on the DRAM label. I never heard anybody pronounce it any other way, so in my head, it's always been the DRAM label. But I hear people pronouncing it DRAM, or somebody pronounced it slightly different another day, in another post. And it's kind of like Arista. I've always pronounced it Arista, and I've heard people now say it's Arista. So I'm sure that's the correct way to pronounce it, as I'm sure DRAM is the way to pronounce this. But in my head, I've always, it's been in my head here, pronouncing it my way, because I'd never heard another way of pronouncing it. You saw that little last sticker. I heard Dr. Deadwax kind of bemoan the last sticker, meaning that they treated it with some kind of liquid treatment that was to ensure cleanliness and durability and play quality of a record. And I saw Mark basically explain how you can get it off of your records, which is, I guess, what you want to do. If you wash them enough, if you clean them enough, eventually it will come off. So I thought that was interesting. Ah, crud. I didn't put the insert back in. Haste makes waste. I'm trying to be hasty here so that I can get these things in under 20 minutes. But you know how that goes with me. Anyway. So these are all from Sonic Boom. I'm continuing to increase my Beat the Boots box that Rhino and Frank Zappa put out a number of years ago. I don't know how many more I've got to go, but I keep finding them whenever I go there. Here's another one. I can't read the name. Is it out here? Oh, Piquant. Just couldn't read it from here. Didn't even look like a P. Piquant on Stockholm 73. And it's on the Fooey label. So I think I've got about 5 of these now, maybe 6. Not sure. But nice. Every time I find one, it's a lot cheaper than trying to buy the box set. And I think the only thing I'll be missing from the box set will be the box. I keep finding these. So I also picked up another Zappa, and I think as soon as I got home, I thought to myself, don't I already have this? And I think I do. I need to look and see. I'm afraid to. Got it for a great price, and a good copy of any Zappa. Early Zappa is great. This is Apostrophe. Terrific album, and it's just, and it's the vinyl is just incredible. That's one of the reasons why I picked it up, was the vinyl just looked great on Discreet Records. Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation were doubled up on the CD release when they first came out on Rykodisc. And that was a good pairing. I don't have Overnight Sensation on vinyl. I used to, but I don't anymore. But I will be looking for it. So I can have both of those together again. Maybe I can trade. If I do have a double of this, maybe I can trade it for a copy of Overnight Sensations. So that's a tough one to find. Decent condition, without with at a decent price. Oh, no post of mine would be complete without a Beatles album. And yes, I found another copy of Magical Mystery Tour. This one, Mark, if you're watching, is a Canadian purple label. It opens up, has no booklet in it, but it does have a purple label on it. And it's got just a couple of light marks on it. I don't think it'll make any difference in the sound quality. But there it is, and it says down there that it's a nice Canadian. I think this is my first Canadian Beatles album. I'm not 100% sure. I might have one other. And I don't have any original, the original early albums that came out that had different covers, or slightly different covers than the American albums. I don't have any of those. I just never have come across them. And when I do see them, again, they're always either beat to hell and they want 20 or 30 bucks a piece for them, or they're in good shape, great shape, and they're just astronomical prices. So it's kind of fun to find that, and it was one that I didn't have. After buying all that, gathering up all that old stuff, I wanted something new, and I went up. They have a nice section there that up front at Sonic Boom, where they have a lot of new releases, and this caught my eye. It's a new, the CD. It looked like I wanted to give it a listen before I bought it, and like what I heard, it's the new album by the Obits, Beds and Bugs, and this is the 12-inch version of it. I gave a listen to it on the listening station there. It's rock with a kind of a punk edge to it. I really liked it. It sounded great. I heard listened to the first 3 tracks, and I knew I wanted to pick this up. What's interesting is that the vinyl here has, it's the loser edition to begin with. So it includes a download card, and you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but I can see you through this because it's on a very beautiful, right around the edge here, you can see it's a nice, Gary, why don't you take it out of the shrink wrap and show us? Well, maybe I just will. Let's do it the old-fashioned way here. When I was younger, this is how we opened albums. Used to rub them against our jeans. The friction would cause the shrink wrap on them to, you hear that magic sound, it's kind of like popping popcorn. As soon as you heard that, you know that you'd open it up enough that you could run your finger along. And yep, kids, that's how us old people used to open up our records way back when. So anyway, I'm practicing being an old guy. Practicing. Yeah, there better be a download card in here. So anyway, what's nice about this, besides the cover, yes, it does have a nice little bit. What's nice about this, besides the having the cutout like this, so you can see the label, all of this is textured. These are all embossed. Every single, even the lines here, every single one of these things is embossed on here, which is really cool. And the coloring on it is really nice. Nice inner sleeve. And let's take a look at this vinyl, which I peeked at from inside. Yep, beautiful golden yellow cover, or vinyl. And listen, I heard the first 3 tracks and I wanted it. And I remember looking at the track. I picked up the CD and I looked at it. And it looked to me like it was an EP. It had maybe 7 songs on it. But this, side A's got 6 tracks. Side B's got 7 tracks. Maybe I looked at the CD incorrectly, but it looks to me like if you buy the vinyl, you're getting a lot more music, which is nice. It's always great. Again, the MP3 download card, which I will flash very quickly. Like, you can't see it. It's so washed out, you can't see it anyway. And when I went up to buy it, and I've gotten a few of these in the past, but there was a nice free promo single. It has 2 songs on one side, both live tracks, and another third track on the other side that's also live. Nice standard black vinyl Sub Pop label. So that was just a. I wasn't going in there to buy the Obits' new album. In fact, I'm still planning on buying the new Polyphonic Sprees album. Hopefully, there are still some of them with colored vinyl. I don't. I didn't see any of those albums there this time around. Hopefully, I didn't miss out on getting the colored vinyl. I'm gonna slip this. No, what I'll do is I'll put this right in here. I've got a little shoebox. What you don't see down here is I've got a little shoebox where I'm putting all my current 45s right in front of my iMac. So anyway, that's my something new for this batch. And that's what I got at, I think, a CD interlude. I picked this guy up, Kevin Ayers, the Harvest Years, 69 to 74, is it? Yeah, 69 to 74. Has all of his albums, and each album has extra tracks on it. Most of them are BBC sessions. The first disc is Joy of a Toy, then Shooting at the Moon. Okay, somebody wants some attention. Shooting at the Moon. Help me read this, will you? Come on. Bananamore, and The Confessions of Dr. Dream and Other Stories, which I just got an original UK pressing of. I was thumbing through the A's, and I was at Easy Street over West Seattle, and there it was. And it was an original UK pressing on Harvest. Great. I picked that up. I've also got one other album of his. I can't remember the name of it. And I missed out on picking up Bananamore. I had it in my hands. I put it down. As soon as I put it down, somebody else picked it up, and it was original UK pressing, textured cover, everything. Dumb of me not to keep that. But this is on Amazon UK. If you're a Kevin Ayers fan and you want to get into his music, this was only $24 for 5 discs, and each disc is an album, and each disc has lots of extra tracks on it. So looking forward to digging into this. And that was the intermission. Then we got to go to Jive Time. Okay? All right, come on. Off you go. There you go. See? 17 minutes. You know, I'm going to do part 2 of this later because 17 minutes is enough. And I will be doing what I got at Jive Time earlier today in the next upload. So, see you then.